Okay, so it is unbelievably 24 degrees in England towards the end of September. So I thought, brilliant opportunity and chance to come and do a video. Now there's a wasp. Typical. I forget it's gone. Because I really love making these videos, and making them on a sunny day is even better than making them on a rainy day. So I wanted to talk about having a calling or having a purpose. I spent a lot of my life feeling like very one-directional, like I was going to do music and that was the only thing I was interested in, and I was just one of those people who knew very early on what they wanted to do and went about doing it. But recently, my whole life has changed and moved into a different direction, and it got me really thinking about, this idea of having a dream, having a purpose, having a calling, and how sometimes we can really believe that there's just one thing that we are meant to do. I suppose in a similar way, it's a bit like when you are in a relationship, or you're getting in a relationship and you feel like that there's only ever going to be one person for you and everybody else is kind of irrelevant. But obviously that relationship might not work out, and then you've got to find someone else. And if you have this belief that there's only one person for you, that could be quite tragic, and you might find it really difficult then to get into another relationship. And similar with having a feeling like you have a purpose, feeling like you have one thing to do, because then you can fall into this trap of, I suppose, feeling more attached to it. And I think that's pretty much what happened to me. So I felt really, really attached to doing music, and I kind of got into non-duality and this idea of waking up. But in the beginning, I just could not let go of this idea that I could lose music or lose my connection with music. And so for a long time, I had just had one foot in and one foot out of this non-dual awakening path. But then at some point I got into Kundalini, and the Kundalini awakening, basically all the music stuff just fell away after that, quite soon after that, like a few months after that took place. And I realized that the attachment to that really was a kind of preventing me to move forward more on this awakening path. And so I hear a lot of people say in this Kundalini awakening field that what falls away things that fall away are the things that aren't authentic to you. But I actually don't really think that that's true, not fully, because I think you can be doing something that is fully authentic to who you are, but it falls away for a different reason. So for me, it was like I was too attached, so it had to fall away. I was too attached to it. But the actual creativity and the artistic side and all of that was very much authentic to who I was and who I am, basically. So with this Kundalini awakening, or even with the non-dual awakening, you have to kind of allow the chips to fall where they may, because you literally don't have any idea as to what is going to fall away and what is going to stay. And for me, I'm kind of glad that music fell away and something new and something fresh came through, because it allowed my life to become more open to different possibilities. I started to become more curious again, instead of just like really single-minded and kind of cut off from a lot of things. So although there may be a fear about losing something, when it's lost, you're kind of glad, like a lot of things. So from that perspective, I think you just have to follow your instinct. And if Kundalini activation, or any form of getting into Kundalini, or the non-dual path, I think you have to kind of follow the path, even if you don't take it all the way to the end.